It's June and summertime is officially around the corner, and this is the time of year when it's showtime for gardeners. Well, for me, I can garden year round, but this is probably my favorite time in the garden because there's so many fun things that grow better when it's warm. However, what hasn't been fun is that I have been having issues with raccoons. They have been so destructive lately. These loofah plants have been dug up 3 times now. Luckily, I could salvage them each time, but I really don't like finding them uprooted every morning. Then this raised bed had some transplanted bean plants in it, and I put the white mesh baskets over them to keep squirrels from digging, but this was definitely not the work of squirrels. I was able to salvage the beans, but then the next night they dug them up again and they were not salvageable. I had some trays that covered the baskets too, and I put rocks on top of them, and those got lifted off. The rocks are nowhere to be found, and for some reason, they keep burying my hand tools, which is really annoying. I set up a humane rat trap nearby just to see if maybe it was a rat or not, and this trap got thrown a few feet. I also bought these solar flashing lights to see if that would help keep them away, and nope. I had two in this area, and this one was thrown a few feet away, and the second one is just completely missing. It's literally nowhere to be found, so they must have taken it, and it's probably in some random person's yard now. This is the bed with my Subpod composter though, so they might be smelling food scraps that they want, but I also haven't added anything new in weeks to the Subpod because I wanted things to really break down more before adding anything else in. So I am surprised that they are still attracted to it. They've also dug up my okra seedlings, so I kind of just put whatever junk I could find to keep the area barricaded a bit to try and dissuade them from digging. But as I have seen, they will lift and move things. For my flower bed here, that is mostly sunflowers and cosmos, I have put whatever I could find over the soil to hopefully keep them from digging. Apparently, raccoons don't like plastic on their feet, so I'm hoping this keeps them out of here. I'd be devastated if anything happened to these flowers because look at how well they are coming along. The raccoons also got into a bag of bone meal, and that was my bad because I shouldn't have left it out. But I was planning on just dumping this bag out in the front yard because this kind is really powdery and I hate it because of that. It's so messy to use and it really irritates my respiratory system to use it, even if I wear a mask. And this is why I know it's raccoons terrorizing my garden because of the footprints. On to happier news though, my giant plum tree has lots of plums starting to blush, so it should be pretty soon that I get to enjoy some of these. To me, when I bite into a plum, I know it's summer. They typically are ready right around the first day of summer, so these really do taste like summer to me. The peppers are doing pretty good. They are starting to put on more flowers, and I am seeing lots of peppers on the horizon. Last year, my peppers didn't do as well as I'd hoped, but this year is already looking so much more promising. Then I have this one Snow Queen nectarine that is hanging on. It's hard as a rock right now, but I do hope I get to try one this year. This is such a young tree, so to even get to try this one would make me happy. The tomatoes are all doing their thing, and most of the plants have set fruit, so it won't be long until I have some homegrown tomatoes to eat. My dwarf and micro tomatoes are really starting to pop off, and for varieties that are supposed to be smaller, they are actually quite big. One tomato plant that isn't doing so well is the Ukrainian purple. The seedling has always been wispy and weak, and last year it was so wispy that it just wasn't strong enough to make it to transplant day. A lot of the leaves have just gotten wilted and they haven't bounced back. And I have been keeping this shade cloth over it because none of my other tomato plants are having this issue. So I'm hoping the shade cloth will help. I do see a tomato forming on it, so hopefully I can try one, but I already know I won't be growing this one again, even if the tomato is really good, because I need plants that are strong, and this variety seems too dramatic for me. The cucumbers are really going off. This is my best cucumber year ever. I have never had so many cucumbers at once like this, and this bed is so crowded. And to think I was hoping to transplant a fourth cucumber plant in here. I was waiting for the lemon cucumber seedlings to be ready, but I really don't think there's room in here. And in hindsight, I should have maybe only put two cucumber plants in here, but I've never had such good cucumber plants before, so I didn't expect them to do so well. And I also have some pepper plants in here somewhere. This bed is just booming right now. Over here, I have some basil that I am going to transplant between some of my tomatoes in one of my raised beds. And then up here, I have one tray of carrots sown, and then the beans that I had to restart due to the raccoons digging them up. The berries are coming along nicely. These are boysenberries, and the blueberries are starting to ripen up, and the strawberries and raspberries are just doing really well and are producing more than they have in years past. This also might be the year I get to try a homegrown pomegranate. This one is looking promising. This variety is called Pink Satin. I have a few other pomegranate trees, but this is the only one that has lots of blooms on it. Then in the front yard, the only thing that is really exciting are the citrus trees. They are just doing their thing, and all of these trees are now at least 3 years old, so I'm hoping to have a lot more citrus. And I did end up getting another citrus tree recently, despite not really having room for more, but this one was my unicorn citrus tree, so I had to get it. It is an Australian finger lime, which I do already have a tree of, but this one is a red Australian finger lime. This one is so hard to find in person and online. They are so expensive, but this was at Home Depot for $37.98, so that was a steal, especially since it's so hard to find. So I am super excited to add this to my citrus tree lineup. And that's pretty much all that is going on right now in my garden that is exciting enough to share, which actually feels like a lot, but I just love this time of year because there is so much to share, and I can't wait to show you more as the summer and my garden progresses.